CMUEagles.com with Central Methodist women's soccer head coach Dan Schmidlin following the Eagles' 6-2 victory over Tabor on Friday afternoon. Coach, your general impressions from the victory?
First half, we definitely struggled. We didn't play our style, our game whatsoever. Second half was top notch. I mean, great half. We won the second half 4-0, so very pleased with the second half.
In the first half, your team fell behind early in the 7th minute, but Teresa Sheffer scored her 4th goal of the season to tie the match in the 36th minute. Talk a little bit about that goal.
She's had a great start to the season for us. It was a nice little sequence, and I believe it might have been Nikki with the assist. A nice little through ball to her, and a good composed finish. Took a nice touch and then got in and just put it in the corner. So very nice good. She's got great composure. Great finisher.
Nikki Noreen with the assist on Sheffer's goal. Approximately 3 minutes later, Noreen scored her 6th goal of the season to give your team a 2-1 lead. Those goals coming almost back to back. Your team has been able to do that a lot this year. Were you surprised that you were able to execute that well in the first half of this game?
No, I think we got a very good attack. I think we got a lot of good forwards, which is why we're playing a 4-3-3. I think they're capable of striking any time. So it was good to see Nikki get a goal right after Teresa did.
Jessica Renzelman scored both of Tabor's goals in the game, and in the 44th minute to tie the game up. Were you surprised at her ability, or had you seen something on film that made you think that she was a good player?
No, to be honest, I didn't know much about Tabor. Talked a little bit to a couple of my friends that coach around the area, and they said she was a dangerous player, but she really impressed me. I think she's a very quality player. I think she ended up with 7 shots. I think if she had a little bit more help, she'll be even more dangerous. But she creates so much just with her speed, and she makes good runs off the ball and a very good finisher. So she could have had 3 or 4 today easily.
The Eagles blew open a tie game at halftime with 4 goals in the second half. Did you sense that coming from your team at intermission?
Yeah, we just wanted some urgency out of them. I mean, that was the big theme that we talked about at halftime. We knew if we play with more urgency, we're going to be in good shape. And I think that holds true for the rest of the year. I think we're a team that, like I said, can strike any minute. And if we put more pressure on opponents and play with more urgency, especially in that final third, I think we're going to have good results the rest of the way.
Lindy Adair started the second half onslaught for your team by scoring what proved to be the go-ahead and ultimately game-winning goal in the 57th minute on a header off a free kick from Jamie Credit. What did you see on that play, and your thoughts and impressiveness with the execution? It
was a great, first of all, Shaq did a great job. Shaq Slandy did a great job drawing the foul. She beat 2 girls, split both defenders off the dribble, and they committed the foul in a very dangerous area. And Jamie serves a great ball. She put a great ball right on Lindy's head, and Lindy's just very dangerous out of the air. That's her biggest strength, is her ability to head the ball in the box, and she's just a great finisher in and around the box, and especially with her head, and just good timing and just good placement, and just a great set piece for us.
From the 75th minute on, Credit, Valdez, and Noreen each scored a goal for your team. So 3 goals coming in the span of almost 7 minutes. What does that say about your team's ability to strike so quickly?
Again, I think we got a lot of players that are super dangerous in our attacking half, and I think the more they play together, the more they train together, the more games they get under their belt, the more goals we're going to score as a team. I think we're capable of scoring a ton of goals, and from a lot of different players. If you try to just mark Nikki, and you start to try to man mark Nikki, Jamie can beat you, Lindy can beat you, Teresa can beat you, I think Shaq can beat you. I think there's a ton of players out there that are super dangerous that can score goals.
Nikki Noreen in the final stat line, 2 goals, 2 assists, so that's 6 points. 2 of your players against Stevens tied the single game record for most points in the game. Nikki Noreen tying that school single game record today. First off, your impressions with her game today and her ability to tie that record.
She played a great game. I think she's a very complete player that has a lot of speed. She got a lot of pace, very technical, makes nice runs, and truly a good playmaker and a great finisher. So, I think she's capable of doing that a couple more times this year, and hopefully she does.
Noreen leads your team with 7 goals. As a first-year player and at the collegiate level, what has her play meant to your team?
That's what we recruited her for. We recruited her to be, a goal scorer for us and to, be super dangerous all the time. I think, she's a fantastic freshman that I think she's got a ton of potential to be, a first-team all-conference player for possibly 4 years. And, I think that she's somebody that's going to work hard and understands that she's capable of doing a lot more and developing into even a better player.
The Eagles struggled in the first few matches, but have really found a hot streak in the last 3 or 4 matches. Your team is 5-3 right now. How confident are you in this team, and where do you think this team can go from here? What does your team need to do as conference play approaches?
I think it just comes down to consistency and urgency. I think this is going on my 6th year, and I think this is the highest ceiling that we've had here as far as talent goes. But I think they definitely have to understand consistency and urgency for every game that you play. And I think this team can beat anybody, but just like anything else, I think if you don't play, you can lose to anybody too. So I think this team can win the conference or finish in the middle or towards the bottom if we don't bring our game. So.